Exciting Boeing news? Let's find out. Starting with the fact that Boeing will make more 737 jets so that they can make more money. People who know about the situation say that Boeing Company plans to increase production of its 737 family of planes to 38 planes per month by the middle of the year. This is several months earlier than what experts had predicted. The sources, who did not want to be named because they were talking about a sensitive topic, said that the U.S. plane maker has been telling clients about its plans to speed up production of its major cash cow aircraft over the next few months, while also hiring and training staff to support the faster manufacturing pace. The people were talking about something private. If Boeing sped up the making and shipping of its 737 MAX, it might be able to reach its goal of making $10 billion in free cash flow every year by 2025 or 2026. This would keep Boeing from losing market share to Airbus SE, which is a rival. Stan Deal, the business chief for Boeing, told reporters on March 30th after giving a speech to New York Wings Club that rate hikes were in the works and should happen very soon. As of 2:51 p.m. local time in New York, shares went up by 0.5% to $211.07. This erased an earlier gain of 1.1% and made up for a drop on Thursday that was caused by news that production was going up. From the beginning of this year until the end of trading on Wednesday, the price of the stock went up by 10%. Over the past year, Boeing has worked to make sure that 31 jets per month come out of a facility in Renton, Washington. It has not been easy at all to do this. After years of problems caused by COVID and the global grounding of the 737 MAX, the maker has had trouble getting new orders up to speed and has also had trouble getting enough engines and cabin equipment. The aircraft maker with offices in Arlington, Virginia, is likely to release March deliveries next week and say that first quarter deliveries went up. This will show how far Boeing has come in making its plants more stable places to work. Sheila Kayaglu, an analyst at Jefferies LLC, predicted that Boeing would send about 53 MAX aircraft in the month of March and a total of 130 jetliners in the first quarter. One of the people said that the increase in output would depend on how well the company's suppliers fixed problems in their own plants, and that the time frame could change. In February, executives at Spirit Aerosystems Holdings, Inc., a company that makes the aluminum frames for narrow-body planes, said that they plan to increase production of 737 parts to 38 jets per month by the end of August and 42 jets per month by the end of October, according to a schedule worked out with Boeing. Cliff Collier, who is a partner at Charles Edwards Management Consulting, says that other suppliers have different schedules that depend on how much inventory they have already sent to Boeing. Progress could also stop because aerospace makers are already under a lot of pressure. So, Airbus said that it plans to build a second line for final assembly in China. This is the latest sign that Airbus has a strong hold on the import aviation market, which is currently dominated by Boeing. Emmanuel Macron, the French president, made the announcement while he was on a state visit to China. Both President Xi Jinping of China and President Macron of France were there when the deal was signed by Guillaume Faury, the CEO of Airbus. It will add another line to the final assembly plant that Airbus opened in Tianjin, China in 2008. So far, 600 A320 planes have been finished at this site. Airbus has 4 assembly sites around the world, but it expects that China's air traffic will grow at a much faster rate than the worldwide average of 3.6% over the next 20 years. Airbus thinks that this will mean that between now and 2041, there will be a need for 8,420 passenger and freighter airplanes. This desire will make up more than 20% of the world's demand for new planes. Boeing has made similar predictions about how many planes China will need in the future. But because economic ties between the U.S. and China are getting worse, Boeing can't really sell planes in China, which is a very important market. As part of the deal made on Thursday, China will buy 160 more Airbus planes, taking its total number of planes to use to almost 2,100. Since 2017, a Chinese airline has not placed an order for a commercial passenger plane with Boeing. Instead, the company has only gotten orders for cargo planes and from Chinese companies that rent out planes. These companies may be buying the planes for people who live outside China, and the number of planes that Boeing has sent to Chinese customers has dropped by a lot. So far in 2019, China Air Cargo has only gotten one of the company's 777 freighters. In 2022, the company only gave out 12 jets, 8 of which were freighters and 4 of which went to a rental company. In 2017, the Trump administration put taxes on Chinese goods coming into the U.S. for the first time. This started a trade war between the U.S. and China. The next year, Boeing sent a few more planes to China than the year before. But the stopping of the Boeing 737 MAX and the pandemic, which caused a sharp drop in demand for air travel, caused the number of Boeing planes delivered to China to drop to 45 in 2019 and to 27 in the 3.5 years since. After being grounded for 20 months starting in March 2019 because of 2 deadly crashes that killed a total of 346 people, Boeing's best-selling airplane, the 737 MAX, has had trouble getting back into the Chinese market. The 737 MAX is a competitor to the A320 series that Airbus is building in China. 346 people died in the 2 terrible accidents that led to the ship running aground. Even though China was one of the last countries to let the jet fly in its airspace again, none of the Chinese buyers of the plane have taken delivery of the 138 Boeings that were built for them during the grounding period, and are currently in the inventory of the aircraft manufacturer. China was one of the last countries to give the plane permission to fly again in its area. Because of this, Boeing has had to try to sell some of these planes to other companies at lower prices. Even in countries other than China, the Airbus A320 family has been taking market share away from the Boeing 737 MAX. But this is nothing compared to the fact that Boeing is losing all of its market share in China. Dave Calhoun, the CEO of Boeing, has said that the only thing that the company can do is wait and hope for things to get better between the US and China, so that it can start making big sales and supplies there again. In October, Calhoun told investors that his hope is that these 2 big geopolitical forces can get together and support free trade again, so that they can take more deliveries of airplanes. He went on to say, "However, it's very hard for me to see signs that things will change in China and move in our direction." More on Boeing news. Qatar University College of Engineering and Boeing have worked together to make a new robotics competition. The goal of the competition is to get university students to come up with new ideas for robots. The competition will be a big part of the academic year at the Qatar University College of Engineering. The goal is to get the next crop of engineers excited about their work. The 2 universities invite undergraduate Qichang students to help design and build vision bots that can do things like find and follow objects, find their way around difficult environments, and talk to people. The dean of Q's College of Engineering, Dr. Khalid Kamal Naji, said, "We are thrilled to work with Boeing to start this competition. Robotics is a technology that is changing quickly and has the ability to change many industries and make our daily lives better in many ways. We want to encourage creativity and innovation in this field by giving kids a place to talk with leaders in the field. By working with the next generation of engineers at Qatar University, we are preparing the ground for technological advances that will shape the future of aerospace in our region," said Kuljit Kata Ara, president of Boeing in the Middle East, Turkey, and Africa. Teams of up to 3 students can enter the new robotics challenge. On May 4, 2023, the best teams will show their vision bots to a group of judges, which will include a Boeing expert. On May 23, 2023, during the Creativity and Innovation Forum at Qatar University, there will be a gathering to give out awards to the winners. Boeing and Qatar University have been working together since 2016, and they both want to help Qatar's growing technology sector by creating talent and encouraging new ideas. Thanks for watching this video.